Namo Buddhaya. In today's fast-paced world, many of us find ourselves caught in an endless chase for external success, whether it's wealth, recognition, or achievements. Society often tells us our worth depends on how much we do, how much we own, or how others perceive us. This constant external validation can leave us feeling disconnected and unfulfilled. But what if there's another way? What if true happiness doesn't come from outward accomplishments, but from cultivating habits that foster inner peace, clarity, and connection? Buddhism, with its profound teachings, offers a roadmap for this transformation. Unlike the frantic push to achieve more, Buddhist wisdom invites us to slow down, reflect, and align our lives with principles like mindfulness, compassion, and non-attachment. These timeless habits have the power to bring lasting peace and fulfillment, helping us become the best versions of ourselves. Today, we'll explore 12 transformative Buddhist habits that can change the way you live and think. These aren't lofty ideals. They're practical steps you can take daily to center yourself, enhance your relationships, and navigate life's challenges with grace. Habit 1. Focus on what you can control. Focusing on what you can control is more than a mental exercise. It's a lifestyle shift that empowers you to navigate life with clarity and confidence. In Buddhism, this principle is deeply tied to the concept of detachment or upekkha, equanimity. By understanding that external events are often beyond our influence, we can redirect our energy toward cultivating our inner world. Real-life application: responding to criticism. Imagine you're in a meeting, and a colleague unfairly criticizes your work. Your initial reaction might be anger or defensiveness. But what if you paused and reminded yourself of what you can control? You can't change their words or attitude, but you can choose your response. By responding calmly and professionally, you not only preserve your peace but also demonstrate emotional resilience. Over time, this practice builds a reputation for composure, enhancing your relationships and professional standing. The Buddhist perspective. The Buddha often illustrated this concept with the analogy of the second arrow. The first arrow is the external event, something you can't control. The second arrow is your reaction: anger, frustration, or sadness. While the first arrow may cause pain, the second arrow intensifies suffering. By choosing not to shoot the second arrow, you free yourself from unnecessary distress. Meditative practices to cultivate focus. To develop this habit, mindfulness meditation is a powerful tool. Begin each day with a 5-minute session focusing on your breath. As distractions arise, gently bring your attention back to your breathing. This practice trains your mind to let go of what's beyond your control and anchor yourself in the present. By mastering this skill, you create a mental foundation for responding to life's challenges with grace and wisdom. Habit 2. Let go of the need for approval. The need for approval often stems from a deep-seated desire to feel valued and accepted. In Buddhism, this attachment to external validation is seen as a form of suffering, or dukkha. By shifting your focus inward, you discover that true worth comes from self-acceptance and alignment with your values. Understanding the roots of validation. From a young age, many of us are conditioned to seek approval. Praise from parents, teachers, and peers often shapes our sense of self-worth. While external recognition can be motivating, over-reliance on it creates dependency. For example, consider the joy of posting a photo on social media and receiving likes and comments. While the initial high is gratifying, it's fleeting, leaving you craving more. This cycle keeps you tethered to others' opinions. Buddhist wisdom on self-worth. The Buddha taught that self-worth isn't determined by external factors, but by our intrinsic nature. Just as a lotus blooms beautifully regardless of the mud it grows in, your value remains constant, independent of others' perceptions. Practical steps to let go of validation. Affirm your inner strength. Each morning, repeat affirmations like, "I am enough," or "My worth is inherent." Reflect on your values. Journal about what truly matters to you. Aligning your actions with your values fosters confidence and authenticity. Practice detachment. When you notice yourself seeking validation, pause and ask, "Why does this matter to me?" Often, the answer reveals a fear or insecurity you can address. Over time, letting go of the need for approval liberates you to live authentically, guided by your own inner compass. Turning a setback into a stepping stone. Consider the story of a monk tasked with carrying water from a distant well to his monastery using a cracked pot. While the monk initially lamented the pot's flaws, he soon noticed flowers blooming along the path where the water had spilled. The crack, once seen as a flaw, became a source of beauty and nourishment. This story reminds us that what we perceive as weaknesses or failures can be reframed as strengths when viewed through a lens of gratitude and acceptance. Strategies for embracing obstacles. Reframe your perspective. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" Seek support. Share your struggles with a trusted friend, mentor, or community. Collective wisdom often provides insights and solutions. Practice gratitude. Write down 3 lessons you've learned from past challenges. Reflecting on your growth fosters resilience. By transforming obstacles into opportunities, you not only overcome difficulties, but also emerge stronger and wiser. Habit 4. Practice daily mindfulness. Mindfulness is more than a practice. It's a way of life that brings you back to the present moment, allowing you to experience life fully and deeply. Mindfulness in everyday life. You don't need a meditation cushion to practice mindfulness. Simple daily activities, like washing dishes or walking, offer opportunities to cultivate presence. For instance, as you wash dishes, focus on the sensation of warm water on your hands and the sound of the water running. This simple act becomes a meditation, grounding you in the here and now. Overcoming distractions. In today's digital age, distractions are everywhere. Mindfulness helps you break free from the constant pull of notifications and multitasking. By focusing on one task at a time, you enhance your efficiency and find joy in even the simplest activities. The long-term benefits research shows that mindfulness reduces stress, improves focus, and fosters emotional resilience. Over time, it becomes a cornerstone of a balanced, harmonious life. Habit 5. Cultivate patience. Real-life scenario. Managing impatience in traffic. Imagine being stuck in a traffic jam when you're already late for an important meeting. Frustration builds as you watch the clock tick away, but here lies an opportunity to practice patience. Instead of gripping the steering wheel in anger, take a deep breath and shift your focus to what you can control. Try a simple mindfulness exercise. Inhale deeply for 4 counts, hold for 4 counts, and exhale for 4 counts. This act centers you in the present moment, reducing stress and helping you accept the situation without resistance. Patience with loved ones. In relationships, impatience often arises when others don't meet our expectations. For example, a parent might feel irritated when their child takes too long to get ready. Instead of reacting, practice understanding their perspective. By seeing situations through the lens of empathy, you can respond with kindness, strengthening your bond and fostering harmony. Buddhist parable, the poisoned arrow. The Buddha told the story of a man struck by a poisoned arrow. Instead of focusing on removing the arrow, the man insists on knowing who shot it, what kind of poison was used, and why he was targeted. Meanwhile, his delay causes him to succumb to the poison. This parable illustrates how impatience for answers or resolution can amplify suffering. By practicing patience and focusing on what's immediately helpful, we can find peace even in adversity. Habit 6. Live simply decluttering your physical space. Physical clutter can create mental chaos. Take a moment to assess your living environment. Are there items you no longer need but hold on to just in case? Begin decluttering by donating or recycling unused possessions. A decluttered space fosters a sense of peace and clarity. For instance, a minimalist bedroom with only essential items promotes restful sleep and reduces distractions. Case study: The joy of simplification. Marie Kondo's KonMari method has helped countless individuals embrace simplicity. By focusing on what sparks joy, people report feeling lighter, more focused, and emotionally balanced. This mirrors Buddhist teachings on non-attachment. Letting go of excess allows us to connect deeply with what truly matters. Mental decluttering. Simplifying isn't just physical, it's mental too. Engage in mindfulness practices to clear your mind of unnecessary worries and thoughts. Journaling, meditation, and gratitude exercises are powerful tools to declutter your inner world. Habit 7. Practice generosity without expectation. Joy in selfless giving. Imagine offering your time to a friend in need or donating to a cause without expecting recognition. The act of giving itself creates joy and a sense of interconnectedness. Buddhist story: The Hungry Tigress. A famous Jataka tale recounts a prince who encountered a starving tigress unable to feed her cubs. Filled with compassion, he offered himself as food to save the family. While this act may seem extreme, it symbolizes the ultimate form of generosity, giving without expecting anything in return. Modern example of generosity. Consider philanthropist Chuck Feeney, who quietly gave away billions of dollars to charitable causes. His philosophy of giving while living aligns with Buddhist generosity, showing how selfless acts ripple outward to create a better world. Daily practices for generosity. Offer your time, volunteer for a local charity. Share kindness. Compliment a stranger or help someone without seeking acknowledgement. Give small gifts. Leave a note of encouragement for a colleague or friend. These small acts of generosity nurture a spirit of compassion and interconnectedness. Habit 8. Let go of negative thoughts. Mindfulness exercise. Observing thoughts. Negative thoughts often sneak into our minds unnoticed, shaping our emotions and reactions. By visualizing a negative thought as a leaf floating on a stream, you allow yourself to observe the thought without judgment. The stream represents the natural flow of the mind, continuously moving forward. For instance, if a thought like, "I'm not good enough," arises, acknowledge it, visualize it as a leaf, and let it drift downstream. With consistent practice, this exercise trains your mind to detach from negativity, cultivating a sense of calm and clarity. You can expand this practice by incorporating a journaling routine. After completing the exercise, write down the negative thoughts you noticed and reflect on their origins. Ask yourself, are these thoughts rooted in reality, or are they remnants of past experiences or fears? By examining your thoughts in this way, you take a step toward breaking their power over you. Reframing negative patterns. Reframing is a powerful tool to transform self-criticism into self-compassion. When you catch yourself thinking, "I always fail," pause and consider an alternative narrative, such as, "This is an opportunity to learn and grow." For example, imagine you applied for a job but didn't get it. Instead of spiraling into self-doubt, reframe the experience. "This is a stepping stone. I'm refining my skills and finding the right opportunity." Over time, this practice rewires your brain, fostering resilience and optimism. To deepen this habit, pair it with gratitude journaling. For every negative thought you reframe, write down something positive you've learned or gained from the situation. This dual practice reinforces positive thinking and builds mental strength. Buddhist wisdom. Impermanence of thoughts. The Buddha likened the mind to a vast ocean. Waves, our thoughts, rise and fall, but the ocean itself remains steady and unshaken. This metaphor reminds us that thoughts are impermanent. They arise and pass away. Understanding this impermanence is liberating. It means that even the most troubling thoughts are temporary and need not define us. For example, if you feel overwhelmed by fear of failure, remind yourself, "This thought will pass, just as clouds drift across the sky." A practical way to embody this wisdom is through meditation. Spend 10 minutes each day observing your thoughts without judgment. Over time, you'll notice patterns and learn to navigate your mental landscape with greater ease. Habit 9. Develop a meditation practice. Mindfulness meditation for beginners. Mindfulness meditation is a foundational practice for cultivating awareness and presence. To begin, sit comfortably with your back straight and hands resting on your knees. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. Feel the air entering your nostrils, filling your lungs, and leaving your body. When your mind wanders, which it will, gently guide your focus back to your breath without self-criticism. Start with just 5 minutes a day and gradually increase to 20 minutes. Consistency is key to building this habit and reaping its benefits. Loving kindness meditation. Loving kindness, or metta meditation, fosters compassion and empathy. Begin by extending kind thoughts to yourself. May I be happy. May I be healthy. May I live with ease. Next, direct these wishes to someone you care about, then to a neutral person, and finally to someone you struggle with. This progressive expansion helps dissolve barriers and nurtures a sense of interconnectedness. For advanced practice, combine metta meditation with journaling. After your session, write about your feelings and insights. Did you notice resistance when extending kindness to someone difficult? Reflecting on these moments deepens your understanding and growth. Visualization meditation. Visualization meditation transports you to a serene mental landscape, offering a reprieve from stress. Close your eyes and imagine a peaceful setting, such as a forest or beach. Engage your senses. Hear the rustle of leaves, feel the warmth of the sun, and smell the fresh air. Allow yourself to fully immerse in this environment, letting go of tension and worries. Visualization not only relaxes the mind, but also enhances creativity and focus. Use this technique during moments of overwhelm to reset and recharge. Habit 10. Embrace change Buddhist figure. Milarepa. Milarepa's transformation from a life of vengeance to enlightenment exemplifies the power of embracing change. Despite his dark past, he dedicated himself to spiritual practice, achieving profound wisdom and peace. His journey teaches us that no matter how entrenched we are in old habits or mistakes, change is always possible. Embracing this truth requires courage and a willingness to let go of the past. Accepting life's transitions change often feels daunting because it disrupts our sense of stability. Whether it's a career shift, a breakup, or the loss of a loved one, transitions challenge us to adapt. To embrace change, reframe it as growth. View change as an opportunity to learn and evolve. Anchor in the present. Use mindfulness exercises to stay grounded during turbulent times. Seek wisdom in nature. Observe how trees shed leaves in autumn, trusting that spring will bring renewal. Practical steps for embracing change. Journal about transitions. Reflect on past changes and the lessons they taught you. This practice builds confidence in your ability to navigate future changes. Focus on the present. Engage in mindfulness exercises, such as focusing on your breath, to ground yourself during moments of uncertainty. Seek support. Share your feelings with a trusted friend, mentor, or therapist. External perspectives can provide clarity and reassurance. Habit 11. Practice loving kindness. Healing relationships through loving kindness. Strained relationships often stem from miscommunication or unmet expectations. Incorporating metta meditation into your routine fosters empathy, allowing you to approach conflicts with compassion. For example, if you're upset with a coworker, imagine them as a child, vulnerable and yearning for understanding. This perspective softens resentment and opens the door to reconciliation. Testimonial. Transforming anger into compassion. A practitioner once shared how metta meditation transformed her relationship with a critical manager. By regularly sending kind thoughts to her manager, she noticed a shift in her own attitude. This internal change led to improved communication and mutual respect. Practical loving kindness exercise. Close your eyes and visualize someone you love deeply. Repeat, "May you be happy and healthy." Expand this wish to a neutral person, someone you encounter but don't know well, like a barista or mail carrier. Extend it to someone challenging. By doing so, you gradually release resentment and cultivate empathy. Habit 12. Trust the process. Real-life example, J.K. Rowling. J.K. Rowling's journey to success is a testament to trusting the process. Her resilience in the face of rejection and hardship exemplifies how perseverance and faith in one's path can lead to extraordinary outcomes. The Buddhist perspective on trust. The Buddhist concept of santuti, contentment, aligns closely with trusting the process. By embracing the present moment with gratitude, you cultivate a sense of peace and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Actionable steps to build the trust practice. Gratitude. Each evening, write down 3 things you're thankful for. This simple act shifts your focus from scarcity to abundance. Celebrate small wins. Recognize and honor progress, no matter how small. This reinforces your belief in the process. Release control. When facing uncertainty, repeat affirmations like, "I trust in life's timing." This mantra helps calm anxiety and build resilience. By trusting the process, you create space for growth, allowing life to unfold with grace and purpose. By adopting these habits, you embark on a transformative journey toward mindfulness, compassion, and self-mastery. Each step brings you closer to a life of peace and fulfillment, aligned with your true nature. Take a moment to reflect. Which habit will you begin today? Share your journey and inspire others to join this path of growth and discovery. Have you ever thought about how something as simple as the way we sleep can transform not only our physical health, but also touch our spiritual lives? Ancient wisdom has long suggested that small, mindful changes in our daily routines, like the position we sleep in, can have profound effects on our well-being. This isn't just advice from the world of science, it's a practice passed down through centuries of Zen teachings, resonating with monks and sages who seek balance in body, mind, and spirit. In today's video, we'll explore an intriguing Zen story about the subtle yet powerful choice to sleep on your left side. A choice that, according to Eastern philosophy, can lead to better health, deeper rest, and even spiritual growth. Stick with us as we unravel these teachings through the wisdom of an ancient monk named Shinzo, who shares insights on how our sleep habits reflect our journey toward inner peace. Prepare to be amazed by how a simple shift in your sleep position might just open doors to a healthier, more harmonious life. The Garden of the Body, Digestive Purification. As Shinzo's voice resonates through the quiet hall, he introduces the third benefit, purification through digestion. He compares the body to a lush, fertile garden, where each nutrient absorbed is like a seed planted to nourish our well-being. When we sleep on our left side, he explains, our digestive waste moves with greater ease, like a gentle stream flowing through fertile soil. This position encourages the stomach to function optimally, aiding in nutrient absorption and preparing the body to wake up refreshed and free of toxins. He then recalls a Zen story of a monk named Kaito, who had suffered from digestive issues that affected his meditation and daily tasks. Shinzo advised him to adopt the left-sided sleeping posture. Within weeks, Kaito noticed a change. He felt lighter, his mind more focused, and his practice more profound. The simple act of shifting his sleeping position allowed him to honor his body's processes and achieve clarity in his spiritual journey. A balanced body, Shinzo remarks, leads to a balanced spirit. This story illustrates the Zen concept that even minor changes can catalyze significant improvements, serving as a reminder to viewers that aligning one's habits with the body's natural flow is, in essence, a meditation in itself. The Heart's Sanctuary, Caring for the Heart. Shinzo moves on to another vital teaching, pointing to the heart as the ruler of the body. He explains that sleeping on the left side relieves pressure on the heart, allowing blood to flow more harmoniously through the body. The disciples listen with rapt attention as he describes how the aorta, which curves to the left, finds its natural rhythm in this position. Think of your heart, he says with a gentle smile, as a master craftsman working tirelessly to support you. When you sleep on the left side, you grant it the freedom to do its work with ease. To drive this point home, Shinzo shares the story of an elder monk who had struggled with circulation problems for years. Shinzo encouraged him to adopt the left-sided sleeping position, and the elder monk soon noticed a newfound lightness in his chest and a calmness in his breathing. This transformation was not just physical. It renewed his vigor for meditation and brought an added depth to his practice. A peaceful heart, Shinzo continues, leads to a peaceful mind. For viewers, this teaching underscores the importance of honoring the heart, both physically and spiritually. In Zen philosophy, caring for one's heart is not just about health. It's about embracing gratitude for life's simple yet profound rhythms. The invisible handmaid, the role of the spleen. As Shinzo mentions the spleen, his voice takes on a tone of reverence. The spleen, he says, is like an invisible handmaiden, quietly supporting our body's journey. When we sleep on our left side, Bodily fluids more easily reach this organ, aiding in filtration and immune function. This subtle practice nurtures our health in ways we may not even realize. He recalls a time when he himself experienced fatigue and low immunity due to his rigorous monastic schedule. Upon adopting the left-sided sleep, he felt a shift. His vitality returned, and he began to see sleep not as an unconscious break from his daily practice, but as an essential part of it. In sleep, he shares with his disciples, we lay the foundation for the day's energy, creativity, and resilience. By nurturing our spleen, we nurture our spirit. This story serves as a reminder to viewers that wellness begins with small, mindful adjustments. Those quiet acts of care that support the foundation of our health and resilience. Gravity, the silent teacher. Shinzo's teachings then touch on a powerful yet invisible force, gravity. Gravity, he explains, is our silent guide. Just as rivers follow their path with grace, so can we align our bodies to follow nature's flow. By sleeping on the left side, we work in harmony with gravity, aiding the lymphatic system's function and enhancing the body's purification process. He invites his disciples to view gravity not as a force to resist, but as a teacher. In Zen, we surrender to the flow, much like a leaf carried by the wind. Gravity supports our rest, and by embracing it, we achieve balance. He shares the tale of a young monk who often felt restless at night, as though fighting an invisible force. After learning to surrender to gravity through left-sided sleep, the young monk found a newfound peace in his rest, his mind free from tension. We must not fight nature, Shinzo remarks, but instead let it guide us. For the viewer, this lesson on gravity is not only about sleep. It is a gentle call to let go of control and trust in the natural rhythms of life. A core tenet of Zen, yin and yang, balancing opposites. With a deep gaze, Shinzo discusses the ancient concept of yin and yang, the interplay of opposites that defines balance. The left side of the body, he explains, is associated with yin energy, the feminine, the receptive. When we sleep on this side, we invite a quiet, nurturing energy into our lives. He shares the story of an elderly monk who, through years of left-sided sleep, found his body becoming more attuned to the subtle energies around him. His meditation practice deepened, and his compassion for others flourished, as though he had tapped into a wellspring of inner harmony. In sleep, Shinzo explains, we are not merely resting, we are engaging with the world's flow. Embracing yin energy in this way nurtures our souls, preparing us to face the day with an open heart and a calm mind. This powerful teaching resonates with viewers, reminding them that harmony in body, mind, and spirit is cultivated through subtle, mindful practices. Breathing and alignment, a path to inner peace. Shinzo's next lesson speaks to the very essence of life, breathing. When lying on the left side, he explains, the trachea and esophagus align with the spine, allowing for easier, deeper breathing. Breath, he says, is our bridge to the present moment. By aligning our bodies, we allow this bridge to flow without interruption. To illustrate this, Shinzo recounts the story of a disciple who struggled with anxiety and shallow breathing. After shifting to left-sided sleep, the disciple's breathing grew calmer and more regular, granting him a greater sense of peace and presence. In Zen, Shinzo says, we learn that breath is the root of mindfulness. To honor our breath is to honor life itself. For viewers, this teaching reinforces that breathing isn't merely a biological function. It is a sacred practice that connects us to the world. Aligning our sleep with this flow deepens our connection to the present, a core principle of mindfulness. Embracing life's rhythms. A daily practice. In closing, Shinzo invites his disciples to reflect on how sleep itself can be a meditation, a time to align with the rhythms of nature. When we honor our bodies, he says, we invite balance into our lives. Let sleep become a mindful practice, not a mere necessity. The disciples leave the hall inspired, carrying with them the profound wisdom of their master. Over the following weeks, they begin to notice transformations, not just in their health, but in their meditation practice, their interactions with one another, and their sense of purpose. A call to action for viewers. Shinzo's teachings reach far beyond the monastery, touching viewers who, like his disciples, may never have considered the importance of sleep posture. With each new insight, they discover that something as simple as sleeping on the left side can invite balance, health, and spiritual growth into their lives. This Zen story serves as both an invitation and a challenge to look within, to honor the quiet rhythms of the body, and to find peace in the natural flow of life. And so, viewers are encouraged to try left-sided sleep themselves, to observe the subtle changes, and to let these teachings guide them to a night of restorative rest and spiritual awakening.